Morning Dish.
He's the hardest working man in show business. His band's music takes you into the midnight hours. And when you wake up, his voice is back on your radio alarm clock. How on earth did this happen?
Well, Jeff saw me taking out the trash at the radio station.
And he won another award.
But this one is better.
I'm your boogeyman. That's what I am.
It's the Morning Dish with the 2019 Radio Personality of the Year winner, Stephen Phillips.
You paying attention to this, Packy?
And Murphy's own Sherry Raines.
Yeah, you must have given horseback passes to the right guy, Stephen.
Well, giddy up.
And Packy Smith's Shetland pony is right alongside.
You guys know these demo tapes don't just edit themselves together, right?
Well, all right.
3 cheers for Stephen Phillips.
Y'all need to help Stephen Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
All righty, folks, back with you. Excited to no end. We have got a guy that started off as a championship fighter, a black belt karate teacher. How about that? That's pretty cool. Worked with Bruce Willis and Chuck Norris. MarkAnthony, how are you, brother?
Hey, buddy, I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm good, man. You got to work with Chuck Norris, man. How cool is that?
Oh, yeah. He's an icon. Legend.
We had a bridge here that's named Chuck Norris Bridge, and we had to change the name because nobody would cross it.
That's funny. I like that.
Anyway, you're a stunt man. You've been in the stunt business how long?
Going on 30 years.
30 years. Wow, that's pretty...
How many broken bones?
Actually, I've never broken a bone.
Oh, amazing.
No kidding.
Yeah. I tore my ACL something like a couple of times, but that's about it. I've got burnt a couple of times. Small burns, nothing major.
So you've been set. They set you. You've been set on fire before.
Oh, lots of times, yeah.
Really?
No, I can't.
Small burn.
Yeah, just set him on fire. I just think it's amazing. You get paid to do stuff us rednecks do for free. You know, we just do for fun, and they're like paying you big money and all that. But if y'all want to check this out, go to Xtreme Force USA. You can see all the stuff he's got going on. But anyway, what's some of the movies you've been involved in?
Divergent was the coolest one I did. We got to do the Aussie walk, which is like running forward down that dam. But there's been, with all the zip lining, military tactical type stuff. I love that kind of stuff.
Right. Wow. I just think this is the most fun stuff at all.
So Stephen says you can train people to do what you do.
Yes.
Yes, I actually have a lot of friends in Atlanta, Georgia. But I used to film quite a bit up there, but that's why I'm Divergent. But I have a place now in Austin, Texas. It's 20 acres, and it's called a stunt ranch. So they come out and just stunt, train. We practice. We set up. We build stuff too. We do animatronics. We'll build something. Somebody needs a specific anything built. We make it. We can make it, and we train people. They come out there on certain days and sign up, and they train with us.
Well, let me ask you this. And across the telltale machine, it says, ask Mark how much he had to overcome in his life to achieve what he has. What's that all about?
Yeah, so, the get in the stunt world is not easy. I mean, you can't just say, hey, I'm going to be a stunt man or a stunt woman.
Right.
It's very close-knit family. And people who know what they're doing with the stunts, they usually, 9 times out of 10, they won't take in new people. They really don't train new people. I train anybody that wants to learn, and they take my classes, my first 2 classes, and they see if they really want to do it or not. But people who take my classes, maybe like 20% of them like get back with me later and say, hey, I want to keep learning. And then those are the people I bring on board with me that show the interest. But to break into the stunt business is really hard. It took me years. It took me like a decade just to get my foot in the door. Right. Because nobody wanted to talk to me. And every time I go on a set, I'm like, hey, I want to, I'm very athletic. I can fight. I've been a martial artist since I was 10. What can I do to get in stunts? And they'll tell me to go take classes. They'll tell me to train. But then nobody wants to teach you in L.A. because they had enough people. In L.A., it's like stunt people are a dime a dozen.
Right.
Mm.
So, but being from Texas, it was hard for me to break in because I wasn't from there. And it just took me like a decade to find somebody that would say, hey, yeah, I'll show you something.
Right.
And then they start teaching you some of the the core, the old school tricks, and then you get me your first gig. And I got lucky. My first gig, it was on Kickboxer 4. Originally, it was the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, Kickboxer 1, but it was Kickboxer 4 with Sasha Mitchell. And so I did a fight scene in there, and I got lucky right out of high school, and I did that.
Right.
Then to get film work after that was really, really hard because I didn't have a resume, I didn't know people. So it was tough.
Now, did you ever get to work with that Hal Needham? Am I saying that right? He was
Hal Needham.
Yeah, he's the guy he was a stunt guy for Burt Reynolds. I'm a big Burt Reynolds guy.
Oh, no. I just did some work with John Snyder. Yeah, but I'm sure, I think John's mentioned him before.
Right.
Because John and Burt Reynolds are really, really close.
Yeah. That's unreal. So what's the most scariest stunt you've ever done?
Man, I'm not hype. You know, I still get a little nervous when I'm jumping. 3 stories is okay, 4 stories is okay, but when I start going 5 or 6 stories high with no wires, getting thrown out of a building, like through a glass, or getting put on fire, getting thrown out of a building, just to make sure you hit your mark, because if you don't hit the mat, you die. So just making sure that you're on point, because sometimes you could just push off the wall just enough, you'll miss the pad because you overcompensate. So sometimes you just got to be careful when you're going off that first ledge, just to make sure you're going off perfectly. That's the scariest part, because once I'm going down and I can see the mat and I feel like I'm going, exactly where I need to be, I'm good.
Right.
But it's just going out that window, because sometimes you might take just a little bit too much of a leap, and it makes a big difference.
Oh, I'd say. Yeah. Well, dang, boys, we got to get us another stunt, man. They're a dime a dozen, thank God.
Yeah, dime a dozen.
Jeez. Hey, if y'all want to check out something, go to XtremeForceUSA.com, man. He has got some cool videos on his website and get you set up with all the stuff that's going on this. So let me ask you, I'm going to be a little personal. Like, does it pay more to jump from like 5 stories than it does from 4 stories? And do they pay you before you jump or after you jump?
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So every production is different. When you're a union, there's like a union rate. So I get paid a certain amount no matter what. So I'll make like $1,500 a day.
Right.
But that's when I'm just doing regular stuff. But if I'm doing like a fire burn or a high fall or a car precision driving, it could be I could make $3,000 or $10,000 per that one stunt. It just depends on what I'm doing. But you can make up to like $20,000 per stunt. It just depends on how difficult that stunt is.
How dangerous, yeah. I imagine
exactly.
so.
And then production too. As stunt coordinator, I'll fight for my guys to get the better pay.
Right.
A director or DP or whatever, producers, they want to save money.
Oh,
like,
yes.
Oh yeah, have your stunt guys do this. Yeah, and like, okay, yeah, he could do that. We weren't planning on doing that, but we can do that. But it's going to cost you. You need a bump, so you have to bump them like $3,000, and they get a little upset. But you got to understand that, hey, we're the ones risking our lives, not you.
Right.
So
and how bad do you want it? Yeah.
Yeah, how bad do you want that shot? But I won't let my guys do anything that's so dangerous that, it's always dangerous, but so dangerous that I don't feel comfortable. If I don't feel comfortable, like where I wouldn't do it, then I won't let my guys do it.
Well, do you not have like one guy in the group that's like, it's like, oh, let's let him do it because, if he don't make it,
he's dispensable.
He's not that big a deal.
Yeah, he don't have a big family. He's all right.
Now, you're a black belt in karate. That's kind of funny because Packy here, he's a pink belt. He's a pink belt in karate.
Pink belt. Wow, I've never heard of that one.
He wears these little slippers. They're cute little things, but anyway. Yeah,
Stephen.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm noticing something on your Facebook, the Xtreme Force Promotions. That's you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I see a lot of stuff about anti-bullying. It looks like explain, do you do, what is that about?
Yeah, so I used to get bullied a lot. So, I mean, people always throw the word around bully like people throw the word love around these days, so they don't really have a meaning. Like, people say, well, they're bullying me. And I'm like, no, the person just, a jerk, That doesn't mean they're bullying you. Just because you don't agree with you doesn't mean they're bullying you.
Right.
but people cry about bullying all the time, and it's kind of got annoying. But you know, I actually was bullied. I mean, I used to walk to school when I was a kid and get beat up.
Well, looking at you now, I find that hard to believe, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah, even the guys that used to beat me up, when I got older, they were way smaller than me. And I started fighting in tournaments a lot. So I got strong. I got pain tolerance. I got tough. But I started doing it because I got picked on a lot. I got beat up a lot. So I felt like I had to either step up or be a wimp
or
on my
be
life.
a victim. Instead of being a victim,
Exactly.
Now, Packy, pay attention now. Pay attention to this.
So yeah, I started taking martial arts, and I graduated high school from Austin, Texas, and I was like 21 years old when I graduated high school because I was special ed. And
that's Stephen too.
My principal, her name is Miss Vela. She's like, "Are you going to graduate high school this year?" And I'm like, "Probably not."
Yeah.
Because, well, you can't be dating my staff and pulling out beer for the kids.
I had the same problem, man.
Well, except for the date and the staff, but yeah.
My counselor, she was cute. My counselor, she was hot. And I had a crush on her. So I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to date her. And anyways, my principal's like, "Well, you're going to graduate, but you're going to promise me you're going to do something good with your life." So I crossed my fingers and I said, "Sure, I will do something good with my life." You know, I really wasn't thinking about that right out of high school. But a few years after high school, I started an anti-bullying program to help kids because I was teaching kids karate and martial arts. And then I started doing boxing, kickboxing, and, you know, like MMA. And so I started training kids a lot. And it really got me where I didn't want them to go through the same things I went through. So I created an anti-bullying program. Then I started going all over the country. So I've been to over 300 schools across the country, mentored kids. Whether schools can pay me to come in or not, I would still go. And I pay out of my own pocket. I would go help them.
That's nice.
That's
real
really cool.
nice. I like that.
No doubt about it. I guarantee it. So if these folks want to get up, you go to Xtreme Force USA. Actually, they can hire you to come out if you had a group of people and go through your course at different locations, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And then they just reach out in general and say, "Hey, I want to learn stunts. I live in Podunk, Oklahoma." And I'm like, "Well, you know, that's fine. I know people everywhere, so I can turn you on to the right people and get you started, at least get you talking, or I can help you, even if it's through we live in a wonderful world of the web, so I can send videos, I can FaceTime you and kind of give you a little bit of give you a leg up because nobody gave me one.
Yeah.
So I can give them a leg up and get them going in the right direction.
Well, Mark, we sure do appreciate you calling in, man. And I love keeping up. I like stunt people more than I do movie stars because they're the ones that's out there doing all the cool stuff.
They're doing the work.
Yeah, doing all the work. And we've had several on, but you're a stand-up guy, no doubt about it. Y'all go to extremeforceusa.com. You can follow him. And like I said, man, I appreciate you getting up. I know you're, an hour behind out there. And you're in Texas, right?
Yes, sir. 7:47, which is not bad.
That ain't bad. You need to get up and go jog or something.
I miss Texas.
I'm hitting the gym in a second. Texas, where you from?
I'm from East Texas. I'm from Palestine, Elkhart, Palestine. It's close to Tyler, well, about 40 miles from Tyler.
I've been there. I got some people that follow me from Palestine.
There you go. There you go.
All right, Mark, we appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, sir. You guys have an awesome day.
You too.
Thank you for spending a little time with us. And remember, you can tune in every morning at WJULradio.com at 8 a.m. Eastern. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook, The Morning Dish.